AbiliTV is sponsored by the Harford County Commission on Disabilities.
Hello and welcome to this edition of AbiliTV. I'm Rachel Harbin, Disabilities Coordinator at the Harford County Department of Community Services. We've got a lot to cover on today's show, so let's get started. We'll be catching up with Brian Curl at Giovanni's Restaurant in Edgewood, who's showing us how his can-do attitude turned into 23 years on the job on today's Working It Out. We'll follow a recipe for success at P&J's Life Skills in Bel Air and get a tasty reward on today's Tools of the Trade. Then we'll learn how ballet training benefits people of all abilities on Express Yourself. And we'll find out how you can affect change and improve lives on today's Advocacy Corner. But first, let's head over to Chesapeake Therapeutic Riding and explore the unique communication between horse and rider on today's At Your Service.
What we're going to learn to do today is a cloverleaf pattern. So you've got the figure 8 pattern down. So the cloverleaf pattern just has one more turn to it, okay?
Today we were working on doing things like just turning him, doing figure 8s and clovers. And we also worked on stopping him and stuff.
Just the two of them do a fairly tight, just a circle around you.
Yes.
Kaylina and I were working on her independent riding skills today. What we were working on was her steering right and left, but also remembering how to steer a pattern around some objects that we have in the arena.
That's it. He'll do what you want him to do if you ask him nicely. It's kind of like life.
Kaylina is one of our more advanced riders. When she came to us, she had never been horseback riding before, and her mom wanted her not only to experience the joy of horseback riding and being connected to horses, but also for the social aspect of it.
When you want Victor to turn, you just kind of pull back your hand on whatever rein you want him to turn in the direction of. And you gotta make sure they do it right. Like, you can't have it too high or he won't listen. You gotta kind of keep it low. And don't pull too hard either, because he won't listen. You gotta do it gently. Because he honestly listens better when you're just being nice.
Little squeeze. And I like that you used your voice. That's it. Nice circle. That's it. Get him thinking. Look at that. He's doing exactly what you're asking because you're asking so nicely.
So by her asking Victor to turn in a tight circle, she was having to communicate not only with her legs and her body and her arms and hands, but also with her voice. And she was having to modulate all of those entities to get him to turn in a very tight circle. The importance of a relationship between the rider and the horse can't be emphasized enough. You're constantly communicating, whether it be by body language or by voice, and if you and the horse are working together, you can do all sorts of things, and you can take it to a different level, these lessons.
What I like best about riding is getting to spend time with all the horses, because they're all really sweet. Not just Victor, like all of them are really cute and silly, and they all have their own little personalities.
There's more information about Chesapeake Therapeutic Riding on our website at www.chesapeaketherapeuticriding.org.
Why choose Main Street, Havre de Grace?
Mainly for the relaxation.
Mainly for the celebrations.
Mainly for the museums.
Mainly for the bay.
Mainly for the food.
Mainly for the history.
Mainly for the marinas.
Mainly for the sweets.
Mainly for the water.
Mainly for the beauty.
Mainly for the nightlife.
Mainly for the unexpected.
Mainly for Main Street. Come visit us in Havre de Grace, Maryland.
Welcome back to AbiliTV. There's a place for people of all abilities in the workforce, and Brian Curl is proving that hard work and consistency are the keys to a long and productive work life. Let's find out more on today's Working It Out.
Brian's been here since 1991, and he came in on Christmas Eve, and my mother gave him a job, and as a pot washer, helping out in the kitchen, and he's been here ever since.
I work in a family restaurant. I'm pretty much 24 years, and I wash a pot.
Brian's work ethic is great. He is always here, always on time. He comes to work even in inclement weather, and he does his job like no one else.
When you tell him he has a job, this is what I need you to do, it gets done. He just does it. No questions, no problems, he just does the job. So, and he's a lot of fun to be around.
Okay, good. Yes. Let's take a look at a couple pots. Let me see some of your clean pots. Let me some of your clean pots.
Brian's job at Giovanni's is a dishwasher. Technically, that's the term. However, he does much more than that. He also has been learning new job skills, such as preparing meals for the cooks when they need them, running platters out to the customers when they need his help, and preparing salads and different things that are needed from the waitresses.
He's just one of the guys. We don't treat him any different than we treat anybody else at the restaurant or any of the employees. You know, so he's just one of the guys to us.
As Brian's job coach, I support him by helping him work on his goals for employment. I help him to learn new skills on the job, as well as interacting appropriately with coworkers. And really, the qualities of a good worker, whether it be someone with a disability or without a disability, are quite the same. You need to be prepared for work, you need to be on time, dressed appropriately, willing to get along with others, work as a team, and really be motivated to go above and beyond to impress the employers.
Good job. Yeah, keep it up. I'll see you in a minute.
He's been here, I think it's 23 years, and they love him.
I work hard all day.
At the ARC NCR, we have job readiness classes that really help people to become ready for employment in the community. And for more information, you can reach us at our website.
For more information about the businesses and organizations committed to hiring persons with disabilities, contact these websites. Welcome back to AbiliTV. Success in the kitchen requires not only a good recipe, but the right skills and tools. Let's drop in at P&J's Life Skills here in Bel Air and find out what's cooking on today's Tools of the Trade.
Well, Michael, it looks like we've come up with a good recipe for mashed potatoes today. Let's just go and see if we have everything we need.
Okay.
Today we are preparing mashed potatoes as an ingredient in our shepherd pie for our seasonal activity we are doing tomorrow. So Michael, we have our recipe, and it looks like our first step is going to be cutting our potatoes into cube-sized shapes. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using this small knife, and we're going to be very careful with our fingers so we don't cut ourselves. And we're going to start all the way at the far end. So we're going to hold it at this close end, And what we're going to do is cut off about a dice-sized. Some of the things involved in mashed potatoes are cutting. We're going to be cutting potatoes. We're going to be learning how to properly boil water. We're going to be using mixers with beaters and different things like that. So we're going to be learning how to properly mash things together. All the way at the end. All right. So you can hold it. Don't be afraid to hold it. You're not going to hurt that potato. You got to push it hard. Ready? Let's see. It's not that good of a mash. We're going to get another one. Good. Now we're going to do it again.
I was cutting the potatoes and we did a good job on that.
What we're working on specifically with Michael today is following easy directions and just being able to really work on the preparation phases of going and cooking a meal. Right, go for it. So Michael, now that our water is boiling, we're going to add potatoes right to our boiling water. You can go ahead and use the fork.
What I like about best working with John is that I like being with him at dinner clubs with everyone else at P&J Life Skills and spending a lot of time with them and doing all kinds of things and stuff like that, and it's good for me.
All right, Michael, now that our potatoes are cooked and drained, we're going to go ahead and do what?
Mash them.
We're going to mash them, but what else do we have to do before we mash them?
Put the milk and the butter in them.
Awesome, so go ahead and grab the butter. We're going to throw the whole stick in there. You can pick it up with there you go, pick it up with the plastic there. All right, just dump it on in, perfect. All right, and now we're going to just splash it with some milk. So go ahead and pick it up. And then we're just going to, go ahead, I'm going to help you with it. We're just going to splash it. That should be plenty for now. We can always come back and add more later. All right, and what's the next step?
Mash them.
We're going to mash them. So at first, the best thing to do is to keep the masher on some low speed so it doesn't splatter all over until we get it down in there. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. We're going to have it turned on down in the bowl. This is your power button. So we're going to go ahead and slide it up. To work with Michael because he lets you know the impact that you make on him and his friends. He expresses how much fun he has when he comes to events, and just to see the joy in his eyes and know how much he loves it and to be a part of it, it really makes it worthwhile for me and to be a part of P&J's. All right, Michael, looks like we have finished product, the mashed potatoes. Awesome job today.
The reason I like to cook is when I want to be a chef when I grow up.
Here at P&J's, we provide up to a multitude of different people in the community along a wide spectrum between autism, Down syndrome, mental illness, as well as physical disabilities. All right, Michael, well now's for the best part. We get to try it. What do you think?
Good.
Good.
I like my mashed potatoes that they're yummy and delicious and they fill up my tummy.
You can find more information about P&J's Life Skills at our website at www.pjslifeskills.com, where you can find information on our respite services, our community involvement programs, as well as our 3rd annual summer camp.
Why choose Main Street, Havre de Grace?
Mainly for the relaxation.
Mainly for the celebrations.
Mainly for the museums.
Mainly for the bay.
Mainly for the food.
Mainly for the history.
Mainly for the marinas.
Mainly for the sweets.
Mainly for the water.
Mainly for the beauty.
Mainly for the nightlife.
Mainly for the unexpected.
Mainly for Main Street. Come visit us in Havre de Grace, Maryland.
We all know that physical activity is good for us, and that creativity is a great way to express our uniqueness. Let's head over to the Step 2 at Dance Academy, where students are combining the two on today's Express Yourself.
Today we are working on stretching their legs and their positions at the bar, and we are working on keeping our posture and learning how to stretch properly.
So show me your arms in first position. Here we go. Our arms are straight out in front of us. And
I'm Susu's mom, and for us, dance was really important because Susu from the get-go had a lot of medical problems and no mobility. And as we started to incorporate more mobility and physical therapy, we wanted to introduce her to be, to be part of the community. And we searched and knocked on many doors for ballet, and we finally found Anne. And her goals with ballet completely aligned with her physical therapy goals.
Susu, can you put your right foot in front? This way. Very good. And we're gonna demi-plie.
Okay, with Susu in particular, since I've had her, we are working on stretching her legs, pointing her toes, stretching her arms, getting her to walk with posture, good posture.
She has very tight muscles, and through ballet, we've been able to achieve physical therapy goals. But through ballet, because of the different exercises, so it gives you like a more global gross motor approach to the body.
8, other foot. 1, come to first. 2, first. 3.
As we learned through ballet is that she were able to achieve, if not physical therapy, but more physical therapy goals, but without the pain and without the associated anxiety, and through a fun and social way. And Susu's an extrovert, so for her to know that I have to do really well right now because somebody's going to see me and clap for me and take pictures of me, it makes it an independent incentive versus mom saying, I have to go to physical therapy. So it's taken our goal and elevated them to just a whole new level.
Here at Step to It Dance Academy, we believe that dance is for everyone, and we have recently started a program for our children with special needs, and we have private lessons as well as group lessons with the students, and we believe that everyone has the chance to dance, and that's what we encourage children of all ages and all sizes to come and join us.
For us, it's been a blessing and a godsend, so.
2, 3, 4, now let's go back.
For more information about Step to It Dance Academy, you can call us at 443-831-9938 or visit our website at www.steptoitdanceacademy.net.
There are so many issues of importance to people with disabilities, and also ways to affect change. So let's find out more on today's Advocacy Corner.
I'm Ginny Toy, Program Director for the Hartford Center. It's important to advocate for our rights. One of the ways is through laws and ordinances. We do this by contacting our lawmakers in Annapolis, writing letters, and making phone calls. Contact people first. We'll get you started. Remember, nothing happens unless you make it happen. I'm Ginny Toy with Advocacy Corner.
There are lots of organizations here in Hartford County that advocate for people with disabilities. Contact them to find out how you can get involved. And of course, there are also events, fundraisers, support group meetings, and a whole lot of other activities that you need to know about because we want you.
Why choose Main Street, Havre de Grace?
Mainly for the relaxation.
Mainly for the celebrations.
Mainly for the museums.
Mainly for the bay.
Mainly for the food.
Mainly for the history.
Mainly for the marinas.
Mainly for the sweets.
Mainly for the water.
Mainly for the beauty.
Mainly for the nightlife.
Mainly for the unexpected.
Mainly for Main Street. Come visit us in Havre de Grace, Maryland.
Well, that's all for today's edition of AbiliTV. Let us know what you think about the show and what you'd like to see more of or less of. You can contact us at disability@harfordcountymd.gov or call us at 410-638-3373 with your ideas and suggestions for AbiliTV. Until next time, I'm Rachel Harbin.